Getting a bunch of stuff done around the house today, and holy cow. That is a close one. Like I was saying, we spent the day getting stuff done around the house. First time in a long time that Maureen's been home all weekend. I've been home all weekend. We don't have any house guests or anything. It's just a normal weekend with every single person home. I built this mudroom coat hook locker thing. I don't know what to call it, but I built it almost probably a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. And I started it, I sanded it, I got it all set, but I've never finished it. I've never painted it. It's one of the projects I promised I would finish this year. Gotta run to the hardware store real quick, grab some primer, grab some paint. Also have to paint Ella's room at some point because we picked out colors and all that kind of stuff. We just have never gotten to it. We haven't had time. 2019 is all about getting things done, making it happen, getting projects, getting tasks accomplished. So that's what we're doing today. Here we go. Got what I needed, and now I gotta get out of here. You ever have those days where you feel like you've been working really hard and you just don't see the progress? That's how I feel today. Today has been all about just making progress on projects that are long-term goals around the house. We're in this stage where we know it has to get worse before it can get better. And when you're in the phase where everything's kind of chaotic and pulled out and you're sorting through things and going through bins and doing this, it can feel really overwhelming because you're trying to accomplish so many different things. Tired, you feel like you've run a marathon or done a triathlon or something, and you look around and you're like, I didn't make it. It looks like I made no progress at all. We have been trying so hard to minimalize and purge and just anything that doesn't bring a value to our lives, just kind of get it out. We donate it or try to sell it or whatever, but either way, we don't need it in our space. It's just clutter, and physical clutter can lead to mind clutter, and it's overwhelming sometimes. But that brings me to today's takeaway, and I have to remind myself of this all the time. Maureen does the same. Sometimes we have to remind the kiddos. Today's takeaway is simply this: have patience. Big goals and big projects, they take time. It's not going to happen overnight. That is something I have to remind myself of all the time, because whether it's my job, whether it's YouTube channel, whether it's home life, whatever it is, I grew up right on the edge of not instant gratification, and then now I've been trained for instant gratification. A part of me understands patience, but the other side of me is like, no, I want this to happen right now. One thing I found that's really helpful for me is I look at where I was when I started. Even though there still looks like there's a lot of work to do, it's okay to glance back and say, okay, I have accomplished all these things. I am making progress. This thing will happen. What I find too is that if you accomplish a little thing, it gives you a spark to accomplish the next little thing. For example, one thing that was bothering me a lot is we had this super dim light in our closet. I finally said, you know what? I'm gonna change this out. I'm gonna make it look nicer. Even though the closet isn't set up the way we want it to be, it still gave it this glow and this, like, it allowed us to kind of make a little bit of progress. We see how cool that light looks. It just makes us want to, you know, pull everything out of there, update it, and tackle the rest of that project. Whenever you have those mini wins, it's validation that you're going down the right path and that you can accomplish your goal. That is it for the vlog today. Pretty simple Saturday, just working on stuff, trying to accomplish big goals, big projects. Tomorrow I have a ton of work stuff to do. I have to pack for a trip because I'm traveling next week. Definitely no exotic location tomorrow, maybe a coffee shop, but that's the fun part about daily though, is you never know how your thoughts are going to come to life. I love it. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow.